Hello, guys. This is Sports Analyst, you know, and I'm here to explain the hand check defense, you know, in 90s basketball specifically. And the master of this was Derek Harper, who played NBA basketball in the 90s for the Knicks, I believe at the time, here in 1994. He also played for the Mavericks, too. But this game in particular, this is game one of the 1994 NBA Finals. And Derek Harper was the master of the hand check defense, and he used it very well against Houston, you know, in the NBA Finals. And he got videos trying to expose 90s defense, and you got clips showing in the 90s NBA basketball showing like one possession each from each of the clips they showing bad defense being played, but that type of defense wasn't played every possession where they were just playing bad defense. So, if they want to have their clips, I got my clip right here that shows the full possession. And you can watch it too. You'll know what I'm talking about. You can go on YouTube and watch the full game. It's 1994 NBA Finals, Houston Rockets versus New York Knicks. And basically, I'm going to show you what Jordan had to deal with, in my opinion, most of the time against good defenders. Even against average defenders, he dealt with this. But again, MJ is MJ. And he going to get his buckets. LeBron's my guy, but MJ is the GOAT. And I'm going to show you why. And I'm going to show you why MJ is the GOAT. But yeah, basically against the best defenders, this is what Jordan had to deal with, especially against Joe Dumars and Dennis Rodman. But yeah, Derek Harper playing defense, I believe, on Sam Cassell, and you can already see he's approaching him, he's checking him. You know what I'm saying? Which you should do, because especially back then, because back then, you couldn't just walk up the court, especially against Derek Harper, without getting checked. You couldn't just walk up the court freely. It was not a walk in the park. You had to work to get up the basketball court. So I'm finna show you this right now. Derek Harper, one-on-one defense with Sam Cassell, and the effectiveness of the hand check defense. Very good, effective hand check defense. So I'll show it right now.
He did confirm that Akeem Olajuwon is tired. He did bruise that right hip that he fell on just a few moments ago earlier in the season. That is a little bit sore as well. And as far as Otis Thorpe, well, he got his knee banged up. But he did confirm that Akeem Olajuwon is tired. He did bruise that right hip that he fell on just a few moments ago earlier in the season. That is a little bit sore as well. And as far as Otis Thorpe, well, he got his knee banged up. But he did confirm that Akeem Olajuwon is tired. He did bruise that right hip that he fell on just a few moments ago earlier in the season. That is a little bit sore as well. And as far as Otis Thorpe, well, he got his knee banged up. But
Air ball. Boy, he locked that dude up. He had that dude in prison. But yeah, that's basically what Jordan had to deal with. And other players had to deal with. Especially MJ. Like, oh my goodness. He kept that man in jail. And Sam Cassell, he's not a bum. You know what I'm saying? He can score. It's a pretty nice score. You know what I'm saying? It'd be one thing if he was playing against a bum score. It'd be one thing if he was locking up a bum on the court, but he wasn't. He locked up a really good player who was effective on the Rockets this year. So yeah, that's the effectiveness of hand check defense. And for all you pickup basketball players out there, pickup basketball is not the NBA. So I encourage you guys to use this hand check defense to the best of your ability. And again, you still could get called for it back then, but only if you did it, like, for instance, if you used the hand check and you did it too hard or overly aggressive, they could call you for it. But if you did it just right and not overly aggressive and not, you know, too hard or not, with two hands at the same time, then you could not get called for it. You would not get called for it. So yeah, that's what Jordan had to deal with every night, most of the time. So yeah, this is Sports Analyst, and see you guys next time for the next analyzed video.